Hey guys, welcome to the prelims focused news discussion of 13th of September. Let's see the very first news, guys. First news is about the Chakmas and Hejongs. They are to be given the citizenship right of India, right? So what are they, guys? So these are basically the Buddhist and Hindu people who have fled away from the Bangladesh. That is the Chittagong Hill area of Bangladesh during 1960s when the Bangladesh was undivided Pakistan. Bangladesh got divided from Pakistan in the year 1971. So yeah, so that's why. So how did they escape from there? Basically, they escaped due to religious persecution from the Bangladeshis Muslims. I mean, from the Pakistani Muslims then, and so it came in use because yes, last year. The Supreme Court has said the central government that when the central government is going to give them the citizenship right, because they couldn't avail the basic facilities of India which was being given to the normal citizens of India. That's why Supreme Court has asked the central government. But there were like few roadblocks for giving them the citizenship right, and those roadblocks were coming from the tribal people of Arunachal Pradesh themselves, because the people of Arunachal Pradesh didn't want them to get citizenship rights, because see, these Chakma and Hajong people are inhabiting as of now, they are inhabiting the regions of Arunachal Pradesh only, right? So if they allow them to give the citizenship right of India, then what these Chakmas and Hajong people will do is, like, they will purchase the lands of Arunachal Pradesh. Alright, so they didn't wanted them to get that. Otherwise, you know, they will be alienated, they will feel some sort of alienation from their personal land, which they don't want to. So that's why the government has thought of, okay, they will be given citizenship right, and but the condition is there that they will not be allowed to purchase land in Arunachal Pradesh. So that's why for that reason, you know, there was a a meeting which was being conducted by our Home Minister Rajnath Singh, and in which it will be decided that how to give them the citizenship right. Next is about safety and protection of children in school, guys. So that's why Ministry of Women and Child Development and Human Resource Development had hold a high level meeting, because recently there has been cases in which it has been seen that the incident against the child abuse is being increasing in every nook and corner of India. That's why they they are conducting a meeting, these two ministries, and they will take some sort of decisions in many fronts, like how to have women employees as a support staff instead of male employees, whether there are any possibilities of inducting women bus drivers or conductors in schools, especially of children's school. Next is they will arouse the consciousness against, for the child line number, basically, which is 1098, and there will be also be screening of educational firms on child sexual abuse in school. Basically, see, it's not firms. I'm sorry. Actually, it came by. Actually, see, children know that that some sort of activities like sexual activities they can't identify, right? So if they will be shown some sort of educational films in which they will be shown, okay, if some people touches your private areas, then that is the act of sexual abuse, and against that act you can complain it to the principal of school. So if they will be shown some sort of films like that, then they will get to know that, okay, these are bad things, and if some sort of things happen with them in future, then they will either complain to their parents or the school management or the police, right? So that's why these things are also been taken care of in this meeting. They will decide, these two ministries, and there will be also popularization of POXO e-box, under which you can complain if there in any sort of sexual activities occurring in your locality. Then what you can do is you can complain in through POXO e-box to the Ministry of Women and Child Development, right? And then you will see that action will be taken against the act, right? So by this meeting there will be, basically these two ministries are setting some sort of guidelines and protocols which every schools in India must follow, right, to protect any sort of mental or physical child abuse in future, right? Next is about Nita Shakti Puruskar, guys. See, it is basically given on International Women's Day, and it is considered as highest civilian honor to women. All right, so that's why in PIB it came, because government is asking for the nominations of these. So if you also know that some sort of persons who are fulfilling the criteria of this Nari Shakti Puruskar, So what you can do is you can ask them and you can enroll their name to this Puruskar also, right? So it is being given basically by Ministry of Women and Child Development, and to those persons it is given who have displayed outstanding work, preferably in exceptional circumstances, towards economic and social empowerment of women. And they will be also given to those persons who has effectively implemented any woman related legislations or gender mainstreaming, so that they have, you know, in past highlighted in society, I mean by their work, right? So those kind of persons will be given Nari Shakti Puruskar in 8th of March, which is considered as International Women Day. So this was about this. Next is about river linking inter projects, guys. This news I took it from PIB, and it was given that, I mean, the Ministry of Women Water Resources have said that the projects, like these 3 projects will be, you know, implemented within a time frame of next 3 months. So let's see this project, that where are these projects basically. First is about Ken Betwa link project, guys. It is between Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, all right. And second is about Damganga Pinjal link project. It is nearby the region of Mumbai. See guys, in this picture it is not clearly mentioned, so what you can do is you can search it out in you know, Google map, so you'll be getting it right. Next is about Par Tapi Narmada link, guys. I don't think that I need to, you know, make this thing understand, because you have already read it in in your geography book, that where is Tapi river, where is Narmada river, all right. So you will surely guess out. I mean, here also the picture is not clearly mentioned, that's why I'm telling you to you know, go through one's geography or atlas book once again to know the location of Tapi and Narmada rivers, right? So these 3 were in basically news, so just see the location where these situated are, right? Okay, next is about consumer price index, guys. It was news because the figures of consumer price index have been shown that it is increasing. So let's see a bit focus about what consumer price index is. So guys, it is basically measures the changes in the price level of market basket of consumer goods and services, which is usually purchased by a household, right? And it is done, I mean, it is calculated by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and the revised base year, which was earlier existing 2010, so now it has been revised to 2012. And yeah, data, these data are you know, these data are made out by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation on every monthly basis, all right. And the methodology of calculating this inflation, I mean of this consumer price index implementation, which was earlier measured through average method, now it is measured through geometric mean method, which is considered internationally accepted practice, all right. So that's why it was news. Next is Inclusive India Initiative, guys. So it is basically organized by National Trust for Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disabilities, which is under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Under it, basically this is the initiative of government, under which government has said that what government have done for the welfare of this disabled peoples, right? So why I have included in this this is your prelims focus news discussion, because through this you will get to know many of the steps which government has taken so far regarding the upliftment of these differently able peoples, right? So what the government has done, let's see. The categories of these differently able peoples have been increased from 7 to 21. Alright, earlier 7 category were there under which the people was considered disabled, but now the criteria has been increased to 21. Earlier there was no sort of scholarship scheme for them. I mean, like these scholarship scheme I am talking about, like pre-matric, post-matric and foreign scholarship. But now these provisions have also been included, because it is seen that they are considered headache by the society. Alright, these people, I mean differently able people. So not to make them feel headache, government is, you know, supporting them by just giving them this pre-matric, post-matric and foreign scholarships. And also there is 4% reservation for them in governmental jobs and 5% reservation for them in higher education. And whatever the government has done for these people, it is aligned with the goals of United Nations Convention for Right of People with Disabilities. Alright, next is, guys, state visit of President of Belarus. Now let's see the Belarus, the location of Belarus, because it is becoming important, because it is seen that, you know, previous year the then president, that is Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, visited Belarus, and now also there is state visit of President of Belarus to the India. That's why, you know, few MOUs has been signed. So that's why, if you I mean, we'll talk about the MOUs, the sectors where the MOUs has been signed between India and Belarus. So anyways guys, just see the location where it is. All right. Okay, the MOUs and agreements has been signed in following sectors, that is skill development and entrepreneurship, scientific and technical cooperation, cooperation in agriculture, research and education, field of culture, and tractors works, and Kirloskar Oil Engine Limited. I mean, these are the sectors in which MOUs has been signed. Next is few other MOUs has been signed with Morocco also in the field of health. So just see the location of where India and where Morocco is. So what are the area of cooperation, guys? In non-communicable disease, drug regulation and pharmaceutical quality control, communicable disease, maternal and child neonatal health services, which are, you know, the condition of which is very poor in both the countries, that is India and Morocco. So, you know, both countries will cooperate in this sector. Next is hospital twinning for exchange of good practices, training in administration and management of health services, and other areas of cooperation in which there is, I mean, both the countries can mutually decide upon in the region of health sector, right? Next is about dairy processing and infrastructure development fund has been set up, approved by the cabinet basically, and under this fund, you know, government is setting up a corpus of 8,000 crore rupees, right? So which will be with NABARD, that is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So let's see what is the focus of this fund, guys. Through this fund, there will be building of infrastructures like chilling infrastructures, which was not being not in much in India, right? So there will be setting of chilling infrastructure, and then there will be installation of electronic milk adulteration testing equipments. Then through this fund, there will be creation, modernization and expansion of processing infrastructure and manufacturing facilities for value added projects for milk union or milk product companies, because until now it was alleged from many Western countries that the quality of milk was not good. Now through this project, like the government of India will set up some sort of chilling infrastructure or some sort of value added products could be made through that infrastructure thing. Then what we can do is we can, you know, send those value added products to the foreign market and earn more money from that, right? So that's why, I mean, it will also promote make in India also. So these are kind of, you know, benefits out of it. Next is, guys, it is about a factual question, that is India's first advanced homeopathy virology lab has been opened in Kolkata. That's why it was in news. And now this lab will do, let's see. It will develop new drugs and technologies in homeopathy to combat emerging challenges of viral disease. And the name of viral disease has been written here, like influenza, Japanese encephalitis, dengue, chikungunya and swine flu, right? So that's why, I mean, this was in news, guys. So not much of output from this news, but the factual thing what we have to learn we have already discussed. Now let's see, next is, guys, hackathon, that is hashtag open government data hack, which is being implemented by Ministry of Electronics and IT. Under it, what the government is doing, that in the different sectors like drinking water, sanitation, transport, education, crime and health, government will, you know, share the governmental data, and government will ask, you know, different entrepreneurs. Then those entrepreneurs can be student or community or startups or academia or any industry. So what they can do is they can avail the open governmental data source, and through those governmental data source, these entrepreneurs can come up with different applications and different solutions to the government, so that, you know, in these regions some sort of hack, they can do some sort of hack, right? Like in drinking water, sanitation, transport, education, blah blah blah, right? So that's why it was in news. And for this also, the government will share their government's own data through this open governmental data platform. Now let's see what is open governmental data platform, guys. It was set up by National Informatics Center under the which was because after passing a legislation on 2012, and the name of the legislation was National Data Sharing and Accessibility Policy, right? And the aim of this you know, open governmental data platform is aim is of policy is to provide proactive access to the government owned shareable data along with its usable information. Because up till now, if say for example I also want to come up with some sort of solution, but I was not having data, but through this thing, if I'll get the governmental data, then it will be easy for me to, you know, make any sort of applications, or, you know, any sort of solutions which can be availed by the government. All right, so the feature of it is also included here, so guys, you can read it about it, and it is over, guys. So thank you very much.